Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to our CRDI orientation and tandem orientation. Hope everybody's doing great. Uh, do you hear me well? Yeah, perfect. And I'm going to have my chat open. And Esme is here. Thank you, Esme, for organizing everything. Okay, so welcome everybody. It's summer. I know that everybody wants to get out and have fun. So we're going to take the hour and not more than the hour to talk about the things that we're going to be doing this semester as part of our Blais Tandem program and CRDI. While I set up my slides, why don't you put like something fun that you have been doing this summer, that you may be doing this summer, or that you're hoping to do this summer, but you're not sure. So I'm going to start with mine, and I would love to see what people are thinking about summer and fun, apart from, working hard on your redesign. You want to put it in the chat. If not, it's totally okay. Okay. World Cup. Oh, people are going to the World Cup? Do you have tickets or are you just watching it on the TV? Yeah, I'm going to ICAP, Queen. Good eye. Cadaqués, oh, beautiful. That is town in Catalonia in Spain. Backpacking, yes. Mike and I love the ideas of doing stuff during the summer that you don't have to go anywhere, like watching World Cup too, or playing pickleball. Wisconsin. Awesome. And rooting for Scotland. Yay, Scotland. Harry Potter World. How fun. Toy Story 5 at least two times. I was going to think Toy Story 2 at least 5 times. West Glacier, Montana for the first time. Oh my God. Yeah, that's in my bucket list. Resting. I have been doing that, and I have to say it has been hard to do that. It's really hard to let go and rest and recover and say, today I'm not doing anything. It was an exercise of restraint, of not looking at the email. Got a puppy. Yay. That is the opposite of resting. But yes, a lot of love. TV. Yeah. Resting, recovery. I'm watching everything that is on my watch list. French team in the World Cup. I have a watch party on Friday for the amazing Spanish team, of course. I'm not a fan of football. I am a fan of getting together with people. Uh, I have started baking desserts. The bread pudding last week turned out great. Okay, well, hopefully for some baked treats on the week that we're together. Pretty please. And traveling, yes. A lot of that. And gardening. Yes, love gardening. Is so relaxing. Okay, so I see a lot of themes here, but it looks like everybody has something to look forward during the summer. So I'm glad that everybody's into it. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen. Here you go. And I do have the subtitles on, just to be sure that everybody understands. Oh, and also you can chuckle a little bit and laugh at the way that my accent is translated into PowerPoint. It's always very joyful. Okay, so welcome to 2026 CRDI and Blais Tandem Program. And this session is for you to space. It's a space to connect, to align with your values and your goals and what is going to be happening this summer, and prepare to do meaningful work together. Okay. So we're going to have during this year is the first year that we have 12 tandem pairs working together in the program. So first things first, let me introduce you to your CRDI team. So I am Gloria Gonzalez Morales. If you didn't know, I am the director of the Center for Academic Faculty and Excellence. And Esme Taylor is actually the real boss of the whole operation. She's the associate director of Cafe and the one who does everything. Like I have an idea and then she does it. And then sometimes she also has ideas. It's not only me having ideas. So we idea generate, we co-create this, and we also work very close with our Cafe fellows. The fellows are going to be working with you during the program are going to be Harry San, and I don't know if Harry's here. I know JJ is here, but I'm not sure if Harry's here.
I'm here.
Yay!
Hello.
And it's a lot of faces on this Brady Bunch is a very big Brady Bunch. And then JJ Muller Dumboy, that is with her headphones over there. Yes, JJ. And then the other person that is part of a team is we collaborate, we do a collab with the Center for Teaching and Learning, the Claremont Colleges Center. So Sarah Holler will be a guest speaker one of the days of the program. So now you know who we are. Um, and I just want to start before we do introductions and we get to know who is here. I wanted to set up expectations of what the CRDI is. The CRDI component, the Course Redesign Institute, is a week-long in-person program that is organized by us, by CAFE, that supports all Claremont faculty with course redesign, including CGU faculty. Several faculty, most of them, they're faculty from CGU, are going to be attending the CRDI, but they're not going to be in the Tandem program. They're not going to be assigned a Tandem partner, okay? The Blais funded Tandem program is a reciprocal mentoring program where we pair faculty only from the 5Cs, not CGU, but the undergraduate colleges with CGU students. As we like to call our CGU students, we call them scholars because they actually are doing research, they're teaching, they're doing a lot of things, they're doing the scholarship practice. So the Tandem actually expands beyond the 1 week programming of the CRDI. You guys are supposed to be working, or you gals or you folks are supposed to be working together before, during, and after the CRDI in those tandem pairs between a 5C faculty and a CGU scholar. The cool thing about
Testing,
yeah?
testing. 1, 2, 3.
Any questions? Sorry. No. Okay. One of the cool things about the CRDI in itself, that week long that we are all together, is that it's protected space for you to work on your course each day or working on the course with the faculty. So I invite you to right now, if you haven't done it, put in the calendar a big block from Tuesday to Friday to not to be disturbed and to not to have meetings and to not to do anything else but that. That's the reason why we're doing Tuesday to Friday. So yeah, you can use Monday to really like clean up all your desk, your literal or your virtual desk of tasks and things, or setting up an auto replay to tell people, hey, this week I'm unavailable because I'm doing focus work. The other thing that is really interesting about the CRDI is that there's going to be a lot of community learning. We're going to be a lot of people, more than 30 people, working together on course redesign. So not only you're going to have the opportunity to work with your tandem, but you will be able to work with other faculty, other students, scholars, going through, reflections, sharing progresses and sharing struggles and, trying to figure out things. Like a lot of the times, the learning happens from someone saying, I had this problem, and another person saying, I had that problem last year, and this is how I solve it. And the first person going like, oh, I never thought about that. I'm going to try it out. So that part is actually really, really important. I know that when people are in the flow state, as our beloved past Mike Six and Mihail would say, that flow state is great, and you're going to be working on dedicating focus time to get things done. But the community space that we create is actually as important as that part where you're like filling out your canvas and your syllabus. So you're going to set out your own pace. This is actually your redesign. Some of you have been thinking about redesigning your course or your pedagogy for the scholars for a long time. Some others are going to go to the CRDI and go like, oh my God, now I have to do all what? Really? So this is going to be a space for you to actually think about, okay, what have I done? What is realistically a goal that I can set up for these 4 days? How can I set up the days in a way that I can take as much as I can from the community and my tandem partner? And then what is that I'm going to do, that I'm going to plan for after the CRDI to finish with my goals and my plans? Okay. So the team that I just presented, they're there to support you, but not to direct you, because this is a very personal and customizable experience, actually. Okay. So what is a tandem pair? A tandem pair is two scholars, CGU faculty and CGU grad scholar, working in parallel on the same course and in the same spirit of inquiry, redesign, and growth. The FICE faculty person brings a lot of experience working with undergraduate students and grappling with the issues that are happening right now. A lot of our CGU graduate scholars, well, all of them have taken our Café for 30 course. Some of them have actually finalized and gotten the whole certificate. And a lot of them have experience, and some of them may have more limited experience teaching. But the idea is that they kind of have the theory of pedagogy in their brains, and they have been doing the practice. A lot of them did the practical and created their own syllabus. So the FICE faculty bring the expertise and the experience of their own topic. The CGUA grad scholar is not necessarily a pair that is based on interest, but not necessarily in the same discipline, because what we think that makes this partnership happen, the magic component of it, is that combination of, hey, have you thought about this? Is a combination of being able to be thinking partners together with the different skills and competences that you bring to the table. So we always talk about this as a reciprocal mentor program, because you each bring your own strengths. Of course, there's a little bit of a power distance that I'm going to name, because the FICE faculty are faculty and the CGU scholars are still grad students who are students. So there may be some kind of power distance, but we're hoping that your relationship is based on the competencies that are brought to the table and not on titles or what are the type of occupation that you're holding. And the idea is that you connect to support each other before, during, and after the CRDI week. As I said, your thinking partners, your partner is a mirror, a sounding board, and also a source of honest feedback that usually you will not get in other situations. And the other way that you can be partners is to be accountability partners. You know how you never go to the gym if your, friend doesn't go with you? It's kind of a similar idea. Like, you're not going to be working towards, some people can do it, but most of us, let's face it, we need accountability. So this is a tool for you to be able to be accountable to each other. Okay, so your tandem commitment, then, based on all these, is that mentorship aspect is key to the experience. So these are the expectations: attending orientation, you're already here. And also for the CGU scholars, please, you should finish your student professionalism training in order to be able to start the CRDI and to start logging working hours, because you're getting paid by the hour with the scholarship that we got through the Blais funding. The other thing is that you both have to meet with your tandem partner at least once before the CRDI, at least once after the CRDI, and at least once during the academic year that starts in fall. Because we are also supporting the 5C faculty in this endeavor of redesigning. It's like, yeah, we're super altruistic, at CGU. We're just lending all these students and all these resources, but no, well, not altruistic. We want something in return. We want that our students get opportunities to see the practice of undergraduate teaching. So we're hoping that you invite your tandem partner to attend one or more course sessions during the academic year, either the course that you're redesigning or any other course. And it would be great if you could create opportunity for your CGU partner to guest lecture in your course, especially if it's the one that they redesign. I know that sometimes that discipline change or difference may be challenging, but guest lecturing can be facilitating an activity that it may be that they're not an expert on it, but they can actually set it up in a way that it works. So that's the logic behind all this. This is the reason why the 5C faculty are higher. You have gone through the process of getting higher as a adjunct professor at CGU for module 2 of the semester. So these are the expectations, and this is what we're hoping, that you create that mentorship relationship. Okay. I will stop talking soon, I promise. So these are just quotes of a FISE faculty and a CGU scholar from last year that I think that actually like kind of lend to explain very well what is the atmosphere and the feeling about CRDI when this happens. We're in our 4th edition now, and within that, we're doing some things right. There's always room for improvement, but it looks like participating in the pedagogy retreat was a life-changing professional development experience. The program offered a perfect balance of learning, reflection, and independent work, allowing me to dive into ideas and tailor them to my teaching context. The highlight was being paired with a knowledgeable partner who offered thoughtful guidance, challenged my assumptions, and helped me translate insights into concrete goals. With their support, I framed achievable milestones and created an actionable plan to implement innovative strategies in the classroom. And then the collaborative atmosphere, combined with rigorous content and reflective practice, left me energized and equipped with practical tools I can apply immediately. I left with renewed confidence and deeper understanding of pedagogy and a clearer path to fostering meaningful learning outcomes for my students. So this is a real person. This is not ChatGPT, I promise. And then from the scholar perspective, this program was an excellent and exciting opportunity to work closely with faculty and to implement in real time the skills I developed through the CAFE courses. I highly recommend participating in this rewarding experience. So I know that, you know, from a psychological perspective, I shouldn't be highlighting all these things because now you have very high expectations that we are going to have to fulfill. But I think that we're confident that we can do that. Okay. So last year, the things that we think that made the program work, and the reason why I'm highlighting it today is because I want you to think about it as with intention as you coming into the program, is that 78% of the people said that strong positive connections with others was what made the program successful. Another 71% mentioned a strong sense of meaning and purpose. And 83% talk about a strong sense of accomplishment because they felt that they were doing something each day that was finished and that they can continue doing things. And actually, almost 93% of the participants that responded to the survey say that they wanted to see more programs like this on campus. So that's why we keep doing this. But I want to bring your attention to this idea of a strong positive connection with others and a strong sense of meaning and purpose. This program works when people really make an intention to connect with each other and to link all the activities that we are doing with their purpose and their meaning in their jobs or in their teaching career or in their growth or how they're growing as people and professionals. Okay, so Esme, can you do the breakout rooms? Sorry, I should have. Okay, can you start setting up the breakout rooms because you know exactly who the tandem partner is? And what we're going to do is we're going to get you for the first time, unless you already have connected with each other, to talk with your specific tandem partner. And we would like you to take like 10 minutes until 12:30, where we're going to ask you to discuss what is one thing about the redesign or this program that genuinely excites you. What kind of support from each other would be most useful to you during the program? So that's a question that you will use. What kind of support from me will you be most useful to you? And what would a successful CRDI or Tandem program look like for you? What are the ingredients for success that you anticipate? And when you come back, we're going to ask you to briefly introduce your partner to the rest of the group with their name, their discipline, and maybe a keyword, just one word that you can use to describe your interaction with them. Okay, just a little game. We don't want to, because we're a lot of people, we don't need extended introductions, and that's kind of where I was thinking. Esma, let me know to tell you is that there's 3 things that you're going to have access to. You have a CRDI workbook. You have a Canvas site with self-paced synchronous CRDI that has exactly like all the worksheets and all the work that you can do that is in the workbook as well. So you can do it, you can download the workbook and do it like paper and pencil and work through it. Or if you're more technology oriented, you can go to the Canvas site and go with the flow of the Canvas site. And then during the CRDI, there's going to be a Google Drive available. Google Drive, because it's kind of like the one where everybody from any college can access easily files with the materials for whatever comes up during the CRDI. So we will have slides, but if someone says, hey, there's this book or there's this article that is so interesting, like everybody can go up there, upload it, and then everybody can download it. So that's the idea, to have that shared resource material there. Okay, so here, has anybody had any problems with the Canvas site? Michaela, you have problems?
Yeah, I cannot enter.
Okay. So have you been given a username from CGU or?
No, I try with my Pizza ID, with my Pizza email.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. So let me, Michaela Brizuela. Okay. Does anybody else have problems accessing the Canvas, or
I
you
do.
haven't done it yet? Yeah.
I'm having problems also. Can you hear me?
Yes, but I don't know. I don't see you.
It's Dion.
Okay. I was
So
like,
I don't know where
I
I'm
was like,
like
where are you?
where I'm at or but I don't have the link. So and it's not really appearing. So I don't have an invitation. So I don't
Okay.
know if my invitation is getting routed in,
Okay.
to the right institution.
Okay.
Okay, I can follow up on that because it was supposed to come directly from CGU, not from Cafe, that you got that invitation. So I'll make sure that you are on that list. I know that everybody from all the 5C faculty had to create like a different account. They couldn't use the actual email address account that they usually use for Canvas. And
It's
so go
It
ahead.
may be because remember I have a CGU account and I have a CMC account. So it may be that they're sending that to my CGU email. So if you could just check the email, make sure that they send it to the CMC email, it'll probably be a quick fix.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay. I have all the rooms made. I've made them by everyone's name, so you should be able to see it and just click your name and go to it.
Okay, welcome back. I hope that you had a great conversation with your partners. As I said before, we have all these resources. If the Canvas site is not working, I have 2 names, Michaela and Dion. I think that Belen Judes also was saying that she had problems with it. So I don't know. Oh, no? Okay, you're good. Okay, so we will follow up with that. This is the schedule or shadow, or however you call that word in English that I never know how to pronounce. We are going to have 4 days of full intensive from Tuesday, July 14th to Friday, July 17th. We are going to meet Tuesday to Thursday at the library at the Funders Room. Every morning, there's going to be refreshments there and cafe. And we also, coffee, sorry, cafe will be there too. Also, you know, the library commons that are around all that. We will have access to all it because it's open space, and at not 10 a.m. there's no many students. What is nice about all that area is that there's a lot of, and there is summer, there's no students, period. But that area has like little like meeting rooms with screens, big screens that you can connect to your laptops. If you have laptops that don't have a USB-C, I would suggest that you bring a dongle so you can connect it there. We're still trying to figure out, that's the one thing, Esma, that I wanted to ask in the library, is that if they're going to be opening the north door of the library. If it is not open, you're going to have to go in through the south. It's a little bit of a bummer. It would be just nice to get into the north, especially for those coming from North Campus. But usually in summer, in the mornings, the north door is not open, so you will have to go through the south. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then on the afternoons, from 1 to 5, even though the schedule ends at 4, but until 5, we will have the Ponderosa rooms and the Poppy room. The Poppy room is on Wednesday and the Ponderosa on Tuesday and Thursday. So there's even more space for us to spread out or to, you know, use those spaces. On Friday, we will move our operations to the CGU campus, to the Drucker Institute. We will tell you where it is. It's very easy. It's in Dartmouth, and it's kind of like a fishbowl outside of the business school, of the Drucker Business School. The reason why we're doing it there is because we're going to be doing a lot of presentations, and it's a beautiful, as I said, it's a fishbowl. You're seeing all the campus and the trees, and it's a nice place to kind of like wrap up there. The first day, you can see here in the first row that we have suggested targets. They actually are related to your CRDI book, workbook, and the Canvas side. Is the idea of like what you could aim for to finish by the end of the day. Doesn't mean that you have to finish them. It may be that you start working on your CRDI Canvas or workbook already, and you come to July ready to engage with the LMS because you already have done all these, right? So it's fine. It's just to get you a little bit of a structure in case you need it. But if you want to do your own goals, that's fine. Actually, the first morning, we're going to be doing a lot of goal setting. I'm going to be facilitating the goal setting aspect. I know that for people that are ready to redesign, they're going to be like, oh, Gloria, give me time to work on my stuff. And I will be like, no, we're going to think about why we're here, what are the things that you want to accomplish, what are the goals for yourself, what are the goals for your partnership. This part is really, really important. And then after lunch, we used to have sessions during lunch, and after overwhelming feedback from previous editions that basically say, leave our lunch alone. We want to have lunch and be merry and have conversations and not being like attending like a micro lecture. So now lunch hour, 12 to 1, you have time. And then we will do at 1 p.m. We will have on the first day the first talk about what is how to think about student learning outcomes and constructive alignment, because that's the basis of any design or redesign of a group of a course. And then you will have that first day you will have almost 2 hours of focus work with your tandem or on your own if you don't have a tandem pair. We wrap up at 4. At 3:45, we have 15 minutes to do a collective reflection. Sometimes it's big group. Sometimes we do it in smaller groups, just because we're so many people that sometimes it is great to hear from everybody, but I'd rather have you like sharing with people, and then the next day we share with different people and things like that. After 4, you're done for the day in the structure schedule. If you feel that you want to use one more hour of work, that's fine. Just stay in the commons or in any of these rooms. Okay? But we will not, like, for us, the work day will be done, and we probably will not be hanging out, but you can continue. Then on Tuesday and Thursday, those are the most similar days. We have our, the other thing that I forgot to tell you is that we have a soft start and a hard start. The soft start means that we are expecting you to be there at 9. But we do understand that life matters. People have caregiving responsibilities or self-care responsibilities. Like, for example, I have a yoga class at 8:30. So not me that week. But if you need to arrive at 9:30 because your exercise class or your fitness class or your meditation class ends at 9:30, you can arrive at 9:30. It's okay. It's a soft start. But the idea is that at that time you're coming, you're setting goals for the day, you're checking in with your tandem partner. You may do a little bit of pre-work for the rest of the day from 9 to 10. And at 10 is a hard start because we always have kind of like a lecture talk presentation at the time. On Tuesday, we will have our very own Harrison talking about, surprise Harry if you didn't know, but you're going to be talking about redesigning with AI. And then assessments and course policies. We usually had that as a separate talk, but actually with AI, really assessments and policies are becoming entangled with that idea. So we're going to be talking about everything kind of like at the same time and with that thread. And then after that and before lunch, you will have like an hour of focus work. After lunch, you again have the whole afternoon of focus group work. But also, if you actually are very interested on AI and on creating and being part of a community of practice of AI and teaching or AI in the classroom, Stephen and Joe, I'm looking at you. You probably would like to go to the Poppy room and be there for that community of practice. You can get in and out of that room. You can be there for the first hour and then go and do focus work. But that's going to be like Tuesday is going to be our AI day, but we know that there's conscious objectors of AI, and we want to be very respectful of everybody's comfort with the use or abuse of this technology. So you can opt in or opt out of being part of that community of practice. We're just offering the space for that to happen. Okay. So that would be on Tuesday. Then again, the wrap up, collective reflection for the last 15 minutes. So we come all together and then you can leave or stay. On Thursday, we're going to, again, soft start at 9, hard start. We are going to have Sarah Holler from the Center for Teaching and Learning talking about active learning strategies in the classroom. And then you have focus work the rest of the day. Okay. Then on Friday, you're going to have focus work all morning. This is for the CGU faculty. They are going to be going to the recording studio and recording a little video for us for Cafe to how excited CRDI is and what are they doing. For you, instead of recording a video, you're going to be working on a flash talk and that you're going to be presenting in a showcase of all the things that you have been doing and that you will continue doing with this program. And we will give you your certificates as you complete your flash talks. If your flash talk, we still are trying to figure out the numbers and we will tell you on Monday of the CRDI how many minutes you have for your flash talk, but does it sound like a very short talk? Yes, we have 12 tandem pairs. So we need to do like very short talks so people don't get like, oh my God, this is the longest thing ever. So if you do it within time, you get a certificate. If you go over time, you don't get the certificate. No, you will get the certificate too, but we'll put in the back. You were late. Again, no. That's just a joke of like legacy pedagogy. Like it's stealing me. Very rooted. So yeah, that's kind of the schedule. Do you have any questions about it? You see that you have a lot of focus time, right? I was talking about that you are going to be getting into flow, but also there's opportunities, especially for lunch. That's kind of like community time. I hope that everybody can share like their struggles as they're going and kind of figuring out things.
Sorry, quick question. For the focus work, is that us working with our partner on the different things that we want to work on together? Okay, just making sure. Thanks.
Also, that also can look like working with another 5C faculty that you have met during the days that actually are doing exactly the same thing. And you're like, hey, let's use this focus work to work together on that and figuring that out. It can also look like the tandem partner prepping the LMS, so working on the canvas, moving things that you have prepared, and you advancing doing something else. So the focus work doesn't require that you both are focused, eyes locked and working together. Like it's more like that you are using this as it's not a talk time, and it's not community sharing time, like big community sharing time. It's more like focus on getting your things done. And that's why goal setting and setting goals every day is really important. So that's what you're doing in the focus time. Okay. Any other questions? Okay.
Sorry, Gloria, this might be a question that other people might be wondering as well. Is lunch provided?
Yes. That's a really important question. That's the most important question that there is, especially for grad students and grad scholars. I still have that rooted inside me. Free lunch and
Yeah.
breakfast. And do we have any snacks in the afternoon?
Well, we have tea and coffee.
Okay, yeah, tea and coffee.
And to that point, on lunch, you will all be receiving an email for your lunch orders for people for dietary needs. So please submit that so I can place the orders and make sure that everyone has what they can eat. But yeah, you'll be getting that tomorrow morning. So keep your eyes open.
Yeah. Okay. So this is just a slide that we prepared thinking about things that have been difficult for some people as they were participating in the CRDI. They name real tensions like departmental demands, pacing challenges, or personal life pressures, or things that happen. And you may experience this too because you're special, but not that special. So on Monday, July 13th, that's the day that we don't have the CRDI. I think that the first year we did it the whole week. And then the second year we decided to take out Monday. So people had that Monday, as I said before, to clean up the slate. Also, tell your tandem partner early if there's a conflict, if there's a day that you're going to have to figure out things. So you plan ahead as a team, and you don't get overwhelmed, because maybe the partner then can say, oh, okay, well, you're taking that important call, I can advance on this other thing. So that's something that you can, instead of being like a problem, you can use it as a resource. Also talk to any of us as facilitators. We are here to support you and not to evaluate you. There's no evaluation in this course. And also you can adjust your goals. The week is for you to have your time focused on getting things done, but it's just a week. And this year we have bring it, like, because we used to do it in August, now we're doing it in July, so people can still work on the redesign afterwards. So that's important. Like, just adjust your goals depending on like demanding things that are coming that are not under your control. You can do that. That's a superpower, actually, that I always forget to use in my daily life, and it's really helpful. Just adjust your goals. And then also that the group is a resource and others are navigating the same pressures as you. So, like, it's okay. It's not like you're a failure because you have to go pick up a child that just break their leg in the schoolyard, even though it's summer or camp. So just before we go, we have 3 minutes. I would say that it would be nice that after we're done with the call, since this is fresh for you, and if you don't have anything else to do, you don't have another meeting after this, take 5 quiet minutes to write down a tangible goal for this redesign program, and an intangible goal in terms of like how you want to grow, how you want to connect, or how you want to feel or experience during this time. And like, if you want to share some of that, if you already are like one of those fast thinkers that already have a goal in their mind and you want to share in the chat, please feel free to do so. But it can also be a very private goal. I'm okay with that. When you're in the tandem, I would say that always try to check in at the beginning. How are you feeling right now? Also, you can do check-ins in relation to progress. How did you work on? What helped you advance? You can also do a check-in on being stuck. Where are you stuck? What would help? and also a check-in at the end of the day about what is our focus for tomorrow. I think that is a very important one. So you leave like kind of knowing what is going to happen the next day. And how to be a great tandem partner. And these are some ideas. If you have more also, please put them in the chat. But show up to your check-ins, even a 10-minute touch point counts. Ask before advising what would be most helpful from me right now, instead of like giving a solution right away. Just ask. That's a good life lesson, actually. Be honest and not just supportive. Your partner needs truth, not just affirmation. Share your own struggles. Vulnerability makes the partnership real. And celebrate each other's progress. Even small wins deserve acknowledgement. So with that, I hope that you can do a check-in before the CRDI to get all your ducks in a row. Feel free to start redesigning. You don't have to wait until the CRDI. The more that you do now, the more skeleton, structure, thinking that you have done, the better. You may want to use that check-in to kind of like for the 5C faculty to kind of like, I'm sorry, I'm going to say a word that is like, to vomit, like, because that's like the image that I have, like when you have like a lot of ideas for redesign and you're just like throwing to the other person all these ideas and all these things that are not a structure. Just doing that that exercise of trying to explain to another person usually is very helpful to help you tidy up your thoughts. So that's a good way of starting your partnership. So it's 1 p.m. Thank you everybody for being here. Do you have any last minute questions?
I have something to say quickly. I just put in the chat, yes, we're going to sound out these slides and the recording to everyone here and the people who aren't here. Just for my clarity, beyond Dr. Benson Smith and Dr. Brizuela, are there any other 5C faculty that have not been able to access the Canvas site? Looks like no one. Okay, perfect. It's great news. Okay, so that's all I have.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Esma. Thank you for supporting this with the crazy breakout room situation. Yeah, we will send out the slides and the recording. We're not uploading stuff to Canvas. If anything, we will upload it to the Google Drive. The Canvas is in a Canvas catalog that is external to CGU. So it's kind of like a very static course that we cannot change much. But that's why you're going to have a Google Drive link to upload and download stuff during the CRDI. Okay. Yeah, we need to start the other meeting and I have to go to that one. So if you have any questions, just send us an email and we will be happy to respond. Okay. Have a great rest of the week.